And I am sure our distinguished guests can all look forward to an exciting night of excellence and glamour.
Let's start, ladies and gentlemen, by congratulating all the organizations that have emerged as nominees at these 2022 Pearl Awards. Although only one organization will emerge the winner of the Pearl Awards night, an evening where performance, earnings, and returns leadership in the Nigerian capital market is recognized and celebrated.
Right, now is the time for the formal welcome address as we invite a distinguished gentleman eminently qualified to do so at this event.
Distinguished our revered chairman, Board of Governors, Pearl Awards Nigeria, and Director, Nigeria Exchange Limited, the irrepressible, unshakable, unputdownable, Dr. Farouk Umar. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Farouk Umar. Please, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. God bless you.
The chairman of the occasion, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, GCON, ably represented by Dr. Mansour, the president of Pearl Awards, Mr. Orekoya, the Minister, Honorable Minister of Finance, Mrs. Zainab Ahmed, CON, ably represented by the Permanent Secretary Alhaji Aliyu Ahmed, Mr. Lamido Yuguda, the DG Securities and Exchange Commission, also ably represented by Executive Commissioner Operations, Mr. Dayo Obison, all other distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is my singularly honor to welcome everybody to this occasion. Because of COVID-19, we couldn't hold the awards night for 2 years. But now, apparently, COVID is gone. Even Corporate Affairs Commission has now directed companies to hold their AGMs physically rather than virtually. So I welcome everybody to this occasion. The purpose of this occasion is to recognize companies that have performed excellently in the current financial year, and also to reward companies by giving them the award. So I congratulate the companies that have won the award this year and encourage them to keep it up, and also call on the companies that have not succeeded in winning the award this year to strive to do better. It is not an occasion for making speeches. So with these comments, I again welcome everybody and God bless. Thank you.
You know, one of the beauties of being anchors for an event is you can tell people when to clap and when not to clap.
Absolutely.
And when they clap without you telling them to clap, you have the opportunity to punish them too. So because we did not tell you to clap and you clapped, we have to punish you by asking you to give him a louder round of applause. Let's give it to him.
Right.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Thank you for those wonderful words. You know, one of my favorite parts of the Bible is, it's not good for man to be alone. I feel so far from you. I think you should
come closer now.
Come closer to me.
All right.
Let's,
I'm coming close.
Let me get the privilege of standing next to you. We'd like to do a few recognitions, ladies and gentlemen. We'd like to welcome, arguably, Nigeria's biggest employer of labor, a national icon and treasure, President CEO Dangote Group, and Chairman of our occasion, Alhaji Dr. Aliko Dangote, GCON, who is here represented by his Group Executive Director, Government and Strategic Relations, Engineer Mansur Ahmed. A round of applause for Engineer Mansur.
All right. Would also like to recognize Mr. Longe Egurekide, Chief Executive Officer, NASD OTC Securities Exchange. A round of applause for him, please. And we'd also like to recognize Mr. Mutiu Sumonu, Chairman, Julius Berger Nigeria PLC. A round of applause for him as well. Next on the line, we would like to recognize Chief Dr. Farouk Umar, President, Association of Advancement of Rights of Nigerian Shareholders and Chairman, Pearl Awards Board of Governors. A round of applause, please. And next on the line is, I'm sure you want to do this one.
I have the singular honor of recognizing and welcoming into our midst Group Chairman of Nigerian Exchange Group, the dashing Alhaji Dr. Umaru Kwaranga. A round of applause for him, please.
You're welcome.
Right. What can I say about this man? He's a man of awe-inspiring accomplishments, is a visionary par excellence, is a man that pushes his team, the captain of our team and leader of our battalion. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome
indeed.
President CEO Pearl Awards Nigeria and Chairman CITC Group, Mr. Tayo Orekoya FC. A round of applause for him, please.
All right.
I'd like to,
all right.
Okay, I'd like to welcome somebody, a man of great humane cordiality, former chairman, Nigerian Economic Summit Group and member, Pearl Awards Board of Governors, ever young, ever reliable, Mazi Sam Ohuabua.
Welcome. All right, I'd like to recognize past President, Institute of Directors and member, Pearl Awards Board of Governors, Chief Mrs. Eniola Fadayomi, MFR. A round of applause for her, please.
I think that's the first woman we recognize from we ordinary mortals. You agree?
I agree.
Ladies and gentlemen, President of the Chartered Insurance Institute, Mr. Edwin Igbiti. A round of applause for him. Mr. President.
And we'd like to recognize past President, all right, Mr. Gerald Ram, Chief Operating Officer, Presco PLC. And we would like to recognize Group Sales and Marketing Director, Dangote Industries Limited, and member, Pearl Awards Board of Governors, Mr. Rabiu Abdullahi Umar.
This next person needs no introduction. Former Honorable Commissioner, the Center of Excellence and State of Aquatic Splendor, Chairman Lasako Assurance PLC, Chief Mrs. Teju Phillips. A round of applause for her, please.
And next on the line is MD CEO, Emerging Africa Asset Management, Ms. Ada Ijara. A round of applause for her, please.
And I'd also like to welcome, and I think we should pause with the recognitions after this and jump into it. We continue recognitions as we go on. Permit me to welcome ML Hussaini. A round of applause for him. That we've not called you does not mean you're not important. We just want to pause with the recognition now and move on later. But do us a favor. Look at the person sitting to your left or right. Nudge the person a little and say, hey, what's up?
What's up? What's up? I'm not just what's up?
I'm good, I'm good. Ask your neighbor, how is it going? Tell your neighbor, thank you very much for coming tonight.
Thank you for coming.
Most importantly, tell your neighbor, is in your mind to do that transfer of 100 million.
It's
Do
in
it
your
to the
mind to do that
MCs.
transfer of 100 million.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Pearl Awards theme song. I ask you to please welcome one of Nigeria's most talented singers. If your hands are not too busy, please let's put them together for Bimbo Naija, as supported by the Sharp Band.
You are the heartbeat of this nation. All in your works and contribution. You are the light of this nation. We'll give one like you recognition. You are the heartbeat, you are the bond. We hold the world so strong.
This Pearl Award is one show way to economy development.
This Pearl Award, it's a love, performance and excellence, and it is for growth and competition that helps us set standard.
Time is now to reward excellence.
Time is now to give what a praise.
Time is now. Time is now. You are the heartbeat. You are the bond which holds us all the strong. Youth of your heart, for the real leaders are here.
Yeah, doff your heart, for the real leaders are here. They say excellence is a universal language. Excellence is a business language. Doff your heart, cause your real leaders are here. Whoa, excellence is a universal language. Excellence is a business language. Doff your heart, cause the real leaders are here. Time is now to reward excellence. Time is now. It's overpaid. Singing, time is now. The time is now. You are the heartbeat. You are the bond. We hold the word so strong. You are the heartbeat. You are the bond. We hold the word so strong. You are the heartbeat. You are the bond which holds the world so strong. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bimbo Naija and the Sharp Band, for that beautiful rendition. Another round of applause for them, please. Before we move ahead to the next item, we need to quickly recognize Managing Director, Julius Berger Nigeria PLC, Engineer Dr. Lars Richter. A round of applause for you, please. You're welcome. It's time now to have an insight into the making of this 25th edition of the Pearl Awards, to be delivered by a gentleman whose vision has birthed and driven this great Pearl Awards project. With the support of his team, they have kept alive this outstanding initiative for almost 3 decades. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the President, Chief Executive, Pearl Awards Nigeria, Mr. Tayo Orekoya. A round of applause for him as he comes on stage, please. Keep clapping for him till he gets on stage.
Thank you. The chairman of occasion, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, GCON, ably represented by Engineer Ahmed Mansour, the chairman, the group chairman, Nigerian Exchange Limited, here present, our own dear Alhaji. Please permit me to stand on existing protocol as laid down by my chairman. It is indeed a great honor and privilege to address this august occasion as we have the prestigious Pearl Awards back after the pandemic challenges of recent years. The 25th edition of the awards births tonight its 27 years of existence with the theme, Sustaining Excellence Through Tenacity. To God be the glory. When we commenced the journey of this great vision in 1995, only a few could have given the awards a chance to sustain the dream for almost 3 decades. Yet, we have weathered the storm and we are standing strong. It is instructive to note that in spite of the tight and challenging business environment, a number of quoted companies have continued to deliver superior performance, quantum lead in bottom lines, and good returns to shareholders. The honors, therefore, being conferred tonight are these 2022 Pearl Awards seeks to acknowledge, recognize, and celebrate these outstanding corporate giants who have continued to maintain the winning edge in spite of the daunting challenge in the operating environment, locally and internationally. Tonight, as in recent years, awards will be presented in the main competitive category, featuring the Sectoral Leadership Awards, Market Excellence Awards, and the overall highest award, the Pearl of the Nigerian Capital Market. Determined based on empirical data, sourced from annual reports and market performance. 2, Special Recognition Awards and the Honorary Awards category. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, in commemoration of this 25th anniversary edition, for the first time in the history of Pearl Awards Nigeria, the Lifetime Achievement Award will be deservedly presented. At Pearl Awards Nigeria, we remain irrevocably committed to our tenets of objectivity, transparency, and fairness that have continued to endear us to major stakeholders in the capital market. My profound gratitude goes to our esteemed Board of Governors, particularly the Chairman of the Board, Dr. Farouk Umar. Please kindly help me give him a wonderful, wonderful round of applause. Doctor, we thank you very much. You are always there for us. We thank the distinguished members of our board. They have been wonderful. The Central Working Committee and the Secretariat. The CWC, inaugurated in June this year, started work with the Secretariat, and we thank them for their unflinching dedication and commitment to the Pearl Awards project. I must also thank my darling wife, Abimbola. Thank you, darling. You've always been there over the years. God bless you. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please permit me to take this opportunity to appreciate our co-sponsors, strategic partners, guests, ladies and gentlemen here present. Thank you for being a part of history. For without you, the success of tonight's event will be incomplete. On behalf of the chairman and distinguished members of the board of Governors Pearl Awards Nigeria, I ask you to please sit back and enjoy what promises to be yet another glamorous night of excellence. I thank you all for your kind attention. Thank you very much.
A very big thank you, Mr. Orekoya. Another round of applause for him, please, as he takes his seat. And please, can we also appreciate the entire Pearl Awards team? Another round of applause for them.
Sure. You know, the Pearl Award has been sustained over the years and enjoyed the goodwill of numerous institutions, governments, organizations, and individuals. It's very important that we say thank you, and thank you to all of you one more time. Please, let's give ourselves a round of applause.
Yeah. All right, at this point, we'll need to invite some persons to come on stage to give the goodwill address to the people.
You know, it's not every day you see people you've not seen in a long time, very, very long time. And everybody seems to be looking younger and the one looking kind of older. Mom, you have to teach me the secrets. When I saw you before COVID, you were looking 21. Now you're not looking a day older than 19. Show me the secret. Can I have a round of applause for our ladies and gentlemen? God bless you. Thank you very much for always coming out to support us. Then the men are looking very dandy tonight. I've been told that Nigerian men are the most handsome men in the world. Am I right or right? You are right. Am I right or right? You're right. If the Nigerian man sitting close to you is handsome, please give him a round of applause. So well. All right, before the goodwill messages, let's quickly recognize some other persons. We have here Director General Securities and Exchange Commission, ably Mr. Lamido Yuguda, ably represented by Mr. Dayo Obison, Executive Commissioner Operations SEC. A round of applause for him, please. We have the President, Sheep Owners Association of Nigeria, Dr. M.K. George Onyong. Forgive me for murdering your name, but Dr. M.K. George Onyong. A round of applause for him. All right, we have Adnoid, Insight for Smarter Choices, General Manager Operations here, Okwade Olusesan, also present with us this evening. A round of applause for him. We also have the Chartered Institute of Bankers of Nigeria, the President, Chairman of the Council, Ken Okpara, PhD, FCIB. A round of applause for him as well. You know, it's been said that when a lizard falls from the top of a tree, looks round, if he sees nobody commending him, what does he do? Commends himself for a job well done. I think the team of the Pearl Awards should look round. And if nobody is commending you, give yourself a round of applause, I beg. I beg. All right, I still have a few names here. We have founder, CEO, ProShare Nigeria Limited, and member, Pearl Awards Board of Governors, Mr. Femi Awoyemi. A round of applause for him, please. Now, let me tell you a secret about Mr. Awoyemi. He's very shy. He won't stand up. But he's one of those vampires that don't ever age by one day. Mr. Awoyemi, oh, he's standing up tonight. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. All right, we have Vice Chairman Transcorp PLC, Mrs. Foluke Abdul-Razak. A round of applause for her, please. You're welcome, ma'am. Auntie, you fall in that category too. Always nice to see you. So should we move on now, darling? Yes, we can. Go ahead. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a few goodwill messages, and it gives me immense pleasure to welcome the Permanent Secretary of the Federal Ministry of Finance, Budget, and National Planning, representing the Honorable Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Alhaji Aliyu Mohammed. A round of applause for Alhaji Aliyu Mohammed as he gives the first goodwill message. If Alhaji Aliyu has stepped out, let me quickly invite also Executive Commissioner Operations at the Securities and Exchange Commission, representing the Director General of SEC, Mr. Dayo Opison. A round of applause for Dayo.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Okay, on behalf of the Director General Securities and Exchange Commission, it bids you a very warm good evening and congratulations to all the nominees and awardees finally to emerge. So before I go into his speech, which is well written out, and I'll read as written, I would like to agree with one of the statements Mr. Adeyinka made, amend one statement he made before I go into the speech. First is to agree that we may have a vampire here, Mr. Femi Awoyemi. A round of applause for him. Never aging. Since I was an analyst, if he took a passport photograph, he can use that at the American embassy using the same passport photograph. So it's amazing. And the other one is that to say all men here are looking young. It's just to confirm that I'm actually young. Just because I've been privileged to be sitting with older people and I have grays doesn't mean I'm old. So I'll go into the DG's speech. It's a goodwill message to everyone. All protocols duly observed. I believe they've been well established. I am honored to have been invited as a distinguished guest of honor at this August occasion, the Nigeria. We are here to reward companies quoted on the capital market for operational and stock trading excellence. True to the letters of your acronym, Pearl Award Nigeria rewards performance, earnings, returns, and leadership. These awards have helped to shape our companies and encourage competitiveness under a productive and ethical business environment. On behalf of the board, management, and staff of the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, I wish to specially identify with the commendable strides of Pearl Awards Nigeria. The turnout in this room is a testament to our interest and expectations on our market. I congratulate you and urge you to sustain the good work. The SEC has a mandate centered around fostering growth and sustainability of companies operating within the Nigerian capital market. It may interest you to know that in keeping with our mandate of market development and investor protection, the Commission, with the firm support of the African Development Bank, has commenced steps towards acquiring and deploying a securities market surveillance system. The deployment of the surveillance solution will improve market integrity and transparency across all trading platforms with the ultimate aim of eliminating market manipulation so that truly performing businesses can take their rightful place. This initiative will positively affect different stakeholders, including exchanges and award-giving bodies like Pearl Awards Nigeria. In addition, SEC has transitioned its supervision from a rule-based to a risk-based approach in order to ensure that the market remains fair to all. Just 3 days ago, the Commission launched the revised Nigerian Capital Market Master Plan 2021 to 2025, which will guide activities of the entire market over the next 5 years. Implementation of the plan has commenced, and this will provide direction in our journey to build the market of our dreams. Equally important, the SEC is committed to the development of the commodities ecosystem. We are complementing the federal government's efforts towards developing the agricultural and solid minerals sector as part of the broader plan to diversify the economy through the implementation of a commodities ecosystem roadmap. I assure you that the Commission will remain an impartial enabler and promoter that provides the framework for exchanges and all other participants in the Nigerian capital market ecosystem to thrive. We will continue to pursue appropriate policy measures that will accelerate development in this important market. Ladies and gentlemen, I reassure you of the Commission's continuous support, engagement, and collaboration in providing a level playing field for all quoted companies to thrive. I encourage Pearl Awards Nigeria to continue its empowering work that encourages companies to embrace good corporate governance while improving performance and revenue. Finally, I congratulate this year's awardees and encourage them to do more to take their businesses to their respective strategic goals. Thank you. Lamido A. Yuguda, CFA, FCA, FCIB, DG, Securities and Exchange Commission. Nothing added and nothing taken away. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, a louder round of applause for you, I beg of you. This is why we have to let we young people do things like this. You know, we very young people own this nation. But what I've noticed recently is a lot of people are beginning to do things differently in Nigeria. We're beginning to wear sneakers under Agbada. Have you noticed? We're beginning to wear sneakers under suits with very long tie. Please, let's give ourselves a round of applause for coming out again tonight. I'd like to welcome, to give another goodwill message, Group Chairman of NGX, the Nigerian Exchange Group, Alhaji Dr. Umaru Kwalranga. A round of applause for him, please.
When you call a regulator and you decide to call the operator the next, then I will say, let me stand on the existing established protocol. But before doing that, the chairman of the Pearls Awards, Dr. Farouk Umar, the chairman of the occasion, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, ably represented by our love brother, Engineer Mansour, the DG Sec, ably represented by the executive commissioner of no any other department but the operations. The CEO of the Pearl Awards, whom I always feel proud to associate myself with you because of the way you have handled this years after years. We are proud of you in this market. Thank you very much. On the other side, I have so many friends, some that are good, some that are bad. I don't want to mention them. But let me conclude this by joining the MC on the issue of my life sister, Eniola. I was wondering, I was even asking Engineer Mansour, Dr. Farouk, is that the same Eniola that I know is a different Eniola? Madam, we are always proud of you. Thank you very much. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is a great pleasure to be present at the 2022 edition of the Pearl Awards this evening. The Pearl Awards has been a recurring and welcome ceremony in the Nigerian capital market for almost 3 decades and has established itself as one of the most respected and credit-worthy awards that companies quoted on the Nigerian exchange strive to win annually. Through its clear metrics and commitment to high standards, it has made our listed companies aspire to attain and maintain the highest standard of corporate governance and operations. In this respect, the Pearl Awards is a partner to the Nigerian Exchange Group, which has set high standards for our staffs, our trading license holders, our quoted companies, and made those standards that is expected for all its stakeholders clear, transparent, and visible on our website. As a demutualized exchange that aspire to world-class practices, we intend to maintain and improve on those high standards and therefore welcome initiatives such as the Pearl Awards, which provide further incentives for our companies to strive to be the best in all ramifications. You can see the next seal of this wall, represented by their MD, Julius Berger, just to mention a few. Thank you once again to the organizer for the hard work that has gone to making this ceremony possible. And congratulations to all of the tonight winners and those that couldn't even get, because when I was looking at the list of the shortlisted awardees, I felt that there are some that I believe by next year they will strive to beat those on that booklet. Thank you very much.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I think it deserves much more than a round of applause is getting. Thank you very much, sir. We really appreciate you. Now, this next person I'm about to invite is someone that puts me in a lot of trouble all the time. We have this uncanny resemblance. We look alike so much that people mistake us for twins. Is represented here this evening. Anytime I go to Kano and I come down from the plane, people just start shouting, Aliko, Aliko, Aliko. I don't understand these things. The only relationship we don't have is we are not related monetarily, but we are related in all colors. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please welcome with a resounding applause the chairman of the 2022 Pearl Award tonight, President of Dangote Group, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, ably represented by Engineer Mansa Ahmed. A round of applause for him, please. Please do not stop clapping. Do not stop clapping. Thank you very much.
The only comment I'm going to make in your last statement is that perhaps you're the only look-alike to Aliko that the angels don't seem to agree with. Otherwise, when they come down spreading or delivering Aliko's blessings, they may or could. Maybe your chance will come. The designers of protocols in our environment, particularly at ceremonies like this, have been very clever in designing some approach to protocol where after they have mentioned 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people, they look around and they realize that that will have to go on for half an hour, and they turn around to say all protocols observed. I'm not going to make that mistake. I'm not going to observe any protocols at all. But this is an occasion that is organized by institutions, and I think it is only right that one recognizes the institution that is organizing this. And so I recognize the chairman of the board of the Pearl Award Group. I also recognize the DG. And since I have somebody that I regard as a boss and a mentor here, let me also recognize Mr. Sam Robunga, who was my boss and my mentor. And since I'm representing Alhaji Aliko Dangote here, I'm also obliged to recognize Mr. Mitiu Samonu, who is a member of the board of the Dangote Group and a friend of Alhaji. But then all other men of timber and caliber and women of caliber and timber, I don't know if they make women of timber. I know that some men, they make them of caliber. I do welcome all of you on behalf of Alhaji Aliko Dangote. Let me say that yesterday actually at about midday, he called me and asked me to do 2 things for him. One was to attend the 60-year anniversary of the University of Lagos Alumni Association, which of course he holds in very high esteem. The other, he asked me also to stay on in Lagos and attend the Pearl Award ceremony, which of course, not only does he hold in high esteem, but in which he has a deep interest. As we have heard, the Pearl Award has been going on now for about 27 years, although there are 2 years when it couldn't hold because of things that we all know across the world. The entire global business climate was disrupted, and I cannot therefore see why the Pearl Award characters. One, it must be based on facts and figures, things that people understand, people that people respect. It must also, particularly awards, it must also be objective, it must also be transparent, and it must also be, in the sense, acceptable to all participants. And I think this is what makes the Pearl Award ceremony different from many other ceremonies. And maybe that is why it has been sustained over this many years. But I think it is also because I think it reflects the workings of our stock exchange. The Nigerian Stock Exchange Group really must be congratulated because, as demonstrated by the Pearl Award, it has been consistent in terms of promoting excellence and promoting performance on a very objective, very transparent basis. And so I think the two go together. The Pearl Award ceremony and indeed the workings of the stock exchange, which it reflects. So on behalf of Elijah Aliko, I want to congratulate the Pearl Award organization and the Nigeria Stock Exchange, the Stock Exchange Group, for this consistency and indeed for the reliability that we have all come to accept in terms of what they do. Yes, the Nigerian environment, particularly the business environment, has gone through some very difficult times, is still going through some difficult times. But one thing that has been characterized the Nigerian Stock Exchange is its resilience. And I think it is a mark of this resilience that the Pearl Award ceremony was able to quickly return after the disruptions of the COVID period. So let me seize this opportunity to congratulate the Pearl Award organization, to congratulate the Exchange Group, and indeed to congratulate all the participants of this ceremony today. Those who are winning awards and those who are not. Because I think part of the value of participating in something that is really objective is that you believe that you always have the opportunity. And I am sure that every member here who represents a company on the Stock Exchange Group knows that if they work harder, there is no reason why at some stage, at some time or another, they will not be eligible for one of the awards under the Pearl Award ceremony. So let me, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, welcome you all and wish us very, very fruitful deliberations. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you very much, sir. Make it louder because you are clapping for my look-alike and his representative. You know, thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. We appreciate you. I told them backstage I was going to share this with you guys. I didn't, so I got there at 12 and they said, oh no, we just want to do rehearsal. You can go back home and come back. So I left my car here, took Uber home. I'd slept off. Then they called me, hello, where are you? Where are you? As a Nigerian, where do you think I told them I was? On my way. There's no bus stop called on my way. But I told them I'm on my way. I got down, tried to order Uber. My Uber said 5 minutes, there's this. As I came out, I just saw one Okada. I said, Okada. He said, Baba. Ibo Lenlo. I said, I'm going to Eko Hotel. He said, Eko Hotel. I said, yes. Eko Hotel. I said, yes. Eco Hotel. I said, yes now. What's your, say, Baba, 5,000. So I said, no, wala, Lekki Phase 1, Eco Hotel, 5,000. So I gave him 5,000. When he moved, I said, wait, I beg you with the name of God. If you get me to Eco Hotel safe and sound, I'll give you another 5,000. If we get there in time before the awards start, you get another 5,000. Say, oh long, if we not get there, make Ogun kill me. I said, what kind of wala is this? But Mr. Orekoya was already calling me over and over. So I said, well, let's go. It was today I realized how much Okada riders suffer. We were blowing, breeze was entering my eyes. Water was coming out of my eyes like mad. Between Lekki Phase 1 and here, I lost like 4 gallons of water. You notice that I've lost weight, Abi? It's the water that I lost. So when I got here, I was saying, this guy tried 15K. Let me add 2K for him. Lo and behold, I looked at his face. No water at all. I said, Oga, how did you do it? He said, oh no, Baba, Lagos sense me. I said, Lagos sense. Which one is Lagos sense? He said, Baba, add another 5,000. I go teach you that Lagos sense. So, well, I'm very inquisitive. I gave him 20,000. He said, Baba, oh long, when we start, you say that breeze, they enter your face. I say, yes. You won't begin enter my own too now. So I made up my mind, I will never take Okada again in my life. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as we proceed to the main business of the evening, please permit me to welcome on stage our co-anchors for this outstanding night. One is a frontline business and finance broadcast journalist who's been with Bloomberg TV Africa, he's been with Channels TV, and now is on that TV station that Yoruba people call Arishi, not knowing that it's Arise TV. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, is a 2-time Pearl Awards media winner for capital market reporting. Please welcome national icon and treasure, Bosin Omofaye. With him is lawyer Kum, celebrated on-air personality, the radio idol on CTFM, Ibukun Adesre, known as Bai Bisasa. A round of applause for Bai Bisasa.
Thank you very much, Gbenga Adeyinka. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to
and indigenous conglomerates on the Nigerian exchange. And that is one company with so many businesses under its belt: oil and gas, hotel, hospitality, energy, power sector, everything in the same single portfolio, and that is Transnational Corporation. A round of applause for...
Congratulations. Well deserving of this award. Congratulations to the winners again. Congratulations. A round of applause as they make their way to their seat. I hope we're excited for the winners as well. Can we see smiles in the audience? Can you smile? Are you happy? Are you happy?
Please give the women a lot of round of applause. You know, women is the new investment fund. If you are investing, raise up your hand. I'm investing. I have one at home, so I'm daily investing. I'm an investor. Sustainable investment, if you know what I'm talking about. Sustainable investment. Ibukun?
Yes.
Where do we go next?
Okay. The next award would have to be Sectoral Leadership Award, category Consumer Goods Breweries. The nominees.
Sectoral Leadership Awards, Consumer Goods, Breweries. The nominees are Guinness Nigeria PLC, Nigerian Breweries PLC, Champion Breweries PLC.
of them winners of the World Cup. Give me a round of applause.
Yes.
Make it louder. So all the nominees tonight in each category are winners, but you've got to have a winner. That's why the winner does not have an S.
True.
Where do we go next, Ibukun?
All right.
I got 2 winners here, by the way. Put a round of applause for them. My award presenters, Salmon Wamboa and Madam Fadayomi. Please, the next one.
Okay. Not yet. Thank you very much. The Sectoral Leadership Award, Financial Services, or the Financial Institutions comes up next.
I guess I'm going to take the financial because money is involved. Let me allow you to take this.
Okay.
Sectoral.
Because the financial one has new notes involved. So you take that one because it goes to the households. You're in charge of the house.
No
I'm in charge of the
problem. I
financials.
got you.
Great.
All right then. Sectoral Leadership Award category, Consumer Goods. Docked.
Here are the nominees.
Sectoral Leadership Award, Consumer Goods, Household Products. The nominees are Unilever Nigeria, PLC, PZ Cousins Nigeria, PLC, Vitafoam Nigeria, PLC.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Sectoral Leadership Award category, Consumer Goods, Household Products. Winner is Vitafoam Nigeria PLC.
Put your hands together for Vitafoam Nigeria PLC.
A household name was definitely.
I'll tell you one very good story about Vitafoam. The first time I went to Kenya, there was this very big billboard. Take it down for me for a second. Where is Vitafoam PLC? Put your hands together for them. Because they got this very big billboard as you are coming out of the Kenyatta's International Airport in Nairobi. And it was so captivating. And what was written on the billboard says, that's the advert. It says, work like the devil, but sleep like an angel.
I love that.
Put your hands together for that. Work very hard, but we went to sleep at night. Sleep like an angel peacefully, and that's for Vitafoam. Congratulations. Please give another round of applause, please. Yes, we're now going to the Sectoral Leadership Award, Financial Services, Banking. And this is why I took this, because the new notes are coming, so I need to be sure what is in the envelope. The nominees are
Sectoral Leadership Award, Financial Services, Banking. The nominees are Fidelity Bank, PLC, Guarantee Trust Holdings Company, PLC, Zenith Bank, PLC.
The Sectoral Leadership Award Ceremony, Financial Services, Banking Sector 2022 Pearl Awards Night. Fidelity Bank, PLC, tonight is the winner in the Sectoral Leadership, Financial Services, Banking.
Shall we have for the representative of Fidelity Bank?
I wanted to ask if the new note is around here to be distributed, but the guys, they are gone. Okay.
You keep talking about the new notes, Bosin.
Yeah, because it is already into effect. I asked Bengadi Inka behind stage if he has some to be exchanged because he's so bigger than me. And I thought he had so much money. And so by the time he dipped his hand in his pocket, he bought a few hundred. And I said, is this what we're going to exchange for a new note? So I'm pitching with a bank that has a lot of money. Bengadi Inka does. Give him a round of applause. I'm sure when he comes here, he's going to take his pound of flesh on me. Let's go to the next category. In the Sectoral Leadership Award category. And the next category is on
Financial Services Insurance.
And the winners and the nominees are
EM Insurance, PLC, Cornerstone Insurance Company, PLC, Lasaco Assurance, PLC.
The winner is in my hand, always resisting the urge to check it. So we all have the pleasant surprise as I open the winner. Ladies and gentlemen, Sectoral Leadership Award category Financial Services Insurance. The winner is NEM Insurance PLC, ladies and gentlemen.
Congratulations to NEM Insurance PLC being the winner of the Sectoral Leadership Award Financial Services Insurance 2022 Comeback Award from the COVID-19 pandemic. Congratulations, everyone.
All right, bold men and women in this team we totally admire. A round of applause for them once again as they make their way to the stage to collect this prestigious award. Congratulations, NEM Insurance PLC, Sectoral Leadership Award category Financial Services Insurance, Pearl Awards 2022.
A round of applause, please. This is an award of hard work.
I agree.
Congratulations. Now, as we move on still in the financial services industry, we have the other financial services subset of that particular industry. Financial services called the OFI. If you're in the market, you know what that means already. And I have the privilege of presenting this because this is my core community. And for the Sectoral Award, Leadership Award, Financial Services, other financial institutions, we have 3 nominees, and they are
Sectoral Leadership Award, Financial Services, other financial institutions. The nominees are United Capital, PLC, Access Holdings, PLC, FBN Holdings, PLC.
And I should have passed this over to you.
Please
because
do the
everyone
honors.
on this list are my friends. But the winner for the Sectoral Leadership Award category 2022 Pearl Awards night, financial services, other financial institutions, the winner is United Capital PLC.
A round of applause for United Capital, ladies and gentlemen.
United Capital.
Quite deserving. They're making their way all the way from the back, so you have to encourage them as they make their way forward.
Please, let's be united and give them a round of applause in unity. In unison, please, let's all put it together for United Capital PLC. As I said, everyone is a winner on Pearl Awards. I am also a winner.
I am a winner.
Congratulations.
Congratulations once again. Wow.
Okay, let it all go around. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for putting your hands together for United Capital. And that is how we draw the curtain on this particular section of the awards tonight. A very big thank you to our presenters, Mazi Sam Onwabuwa, as one of the seniors on the market and in the industry, and of course, one of the lady of the industry, Chief Mrs. Dr. Mrs. Eniola Fadayomi. Please put your hands together for her.
Thank you very much.
May I?
A round of applause as they make their way. Thank you so much, sir. I will lead you. A round of applause for them once again. Thank you very much.
Benga is here. Let me quickly apologize for things I said while he was not around. I'm sure he wasn't listening.
I wasn't listening at all.
Whatever you heard anybody say, please don't listen to.
I don't
They
listen.
were part of the old notes. Please, let's have the new notes now from you. I'll hand you over to Benga.
Okay, what I'm going to do to Boasin is
Thank you.
I'll do what Yoruba people call palaro. I'll just add a little color to him and he'll go around looking like the new 200 naira notes.
A round of applause for everyone, the nominees, the winners. A round of applause once again for every one of them. And we must thank Bosin and Baibi for handling that seamlessly. Now, next on the agenda for tonight is the public presentation of the Nigerian Stock Market Annual, NSMA, a publication of the Pearl Awards.
Ladies and gentlemen, every time I come here, the Pearl Awards makes this annual finer and finer by the year. I would like to invite to come to the stage to review the unique publication, a renowned financial experts, respected accountant, one of Nigeria's brightest capital market minds. Please welcome Mr. Bayo Olugbemi, Managing Director, CEO of First Registrar and Investor Services Limited. Mr. Olugbemi.
Thank you very much. The look-alike of Alaji Aliko Dangote. Let me stand on the existing established protocols, but I must give honor to whom honor is due, especially when my regulator is in the house. Mr. Regulator, ably represented by my brother, Mr. Nison, the Executive Commissioner Operations. Please give our regards to the Director General, who is also a member of my constituency now, being a fellow of the Institute of Bankers. My president, the president of the Challenge of Bankers of Nigeria, Mazi. I'm not sure you understand. Did I call you Mazi this night? Dr. Ken Okpara, PhD, FCIB. Thank you for representing the banking community here tonight. Other distinguished members of the Board of Governors, ably led by the chairman, Dr. Omar Farouk, my Egbon from Kano. Thank you very much. My life brother, daughter himself, the Sekri Fulani of Gombe. Thank you very much. My auntie, Chief Mrs. Onike Kwakande, thank you very much. And all other well-respected individuals here present tonight. I've been asked to review the Nigerian Capital Market Annual, the NSMA, which is a compendium put together by the Pearl Award and CTC PLC. Introduction. Business around the world are evolving following some of the recent challenges that pose threats on the survival of most businesses. Rules of the games are changing too fast, and terms of engagement are becoming increasingly dynamic, leaving organizations both in the private and government sector with no other options than to be receptive to the changes if they must catch up with the new businesses that are trending. Of course, as they say in the academia, it's either you publish or you perish. And in the business world, if you refuse to adapt to changes, you'll be chased out. This edition of the NSMA provides a holistic view to these challenges with a focus on the Nigerian capital market vis-a-vis the global capital markets. It further provides recommended guidelines and frameworks that can be adopted
but not limited to the possible disruptive innovations that, if properly harnessed, will transform the capital market and help it weather the storm. Emerging businesses, trends, and some of the key issues identified in this edition are not mere theories, but real-life cases that are very, very insightful as they were dealt with in relation to pestle analysis along other two. Section 1 focuses on the Nigerian capital market in the face of disruptions and uncertainties. The introductory part of this Section 2 did a thorough analysis of issues around cross-border transaction and trading with a focus on AfTA, African Continental Free Trade Area, and its impact on the participating countries. Climate financing and sustainable environmental issues were discussed alongside the finance for mitigation and adaptation. It was wrapped up with the demutualization of the Nigerian Stock Exchange, or what we now call the Nigerian Exchange PLC, the pains and gain of this strategic decision, and what the future holds. Section 3 dimensioned the various opportunities in the digital asset space, and how the regulators and operators have their roles to play in maximizing the huge potential in digital assets such as the Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency, and why its adoption is fast gaining tractions despite the recent challenges. He discussed the Petroleum Industry Act and the capital market ecosystem, forex fluctuations, and their impacts. Section 4 focused on the contemporary issues around the capital market, compliance, corporate governance, Nigerian securities market, and the 2023 general elections in perspective. The last three sections focused on the interviews with some key stakeholders of the Nigerian capital market, the PER, that is Performance, Earnings and Returns Leadership Awards Report, performance reviews, and the faces of the creme de la creme of Nigerian Stock Exchange and capital market, while recognizing the roots and positive impacts they have made in the industry. Analysis and evaluation of work. Undoubtedly, this edition of NSMA has done good justice to the key issues surrounding the Nigerian capital market with its systematic approach and leveraging the right data. It utilized subject matter experts for the various areas it discussed, while supporting them with the relevant data. Furthermore, recent issues such as the COVID-19 and post-COVID-19 events, the Russian-Ukraine war, digital assets, climate financing, and so on and so forth, were brought to the forefront and their impacts on the Nigerian capital market. On the flip side, I will suggest a journal be dedicated on each subject area to spur engagement of the readers and inspire a particular interest area of the audience. Also, web links to the digital versions of the peer reports should be provided rather than having the entire full reports in the edition. Abridged versions can be adopted. In conclusion, I salute the courage of the editors, the PL Awards and NSMA for producing yet another timely piece. And I strongly believe that there are so many practical guides and lessons for both the professionals and practitioners alike in the capital market to harness from this compendium. I therefore recommend this compendium not just to the professionals, but also to upcoming capital market practitioners. Thank you very much. Even as I call on, do I present or you present? Who is presenting?
We'll be doing that.
Okay.
We'll be doing that.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I land.
Thank you, Mr. Lubemi, for an incisive review. A round of applause for him as he takes a seat.
You know, I like the drummer from Sharp Band to be on the drums. So we can let people see how important this part of the event is. The time to launch the 2023 edition of the Nigerian Stock Market Annual is here. And I want that man to give me celebration. Yeah,
Where's the drummer,
quickly.
please?
Do the, you know, we village people, it's small things like that that excite us. So are you ready?
Are you ready?
Just do that thing you people always do, like you want to bust the drum.
Right. He got it.
Now, do like you want to bust it. If you bust it, you pay. Mr. Orekoya is not that nice. All right, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's time to launch the 2023 edition. Guests, permit me to reiterate that this is one major source of income and funding and the sustenance of the Pearl Awards over the past 27 years. So what you do here determines how far we keep going. In the era where a lot of events hold and they tell you have to pay before you collect an award, it's always very heartwarming to see an award that is respected, that is revered, and does not depend on you dropping money to get the award. I think we should give them a round of applause.
Right. Right. All right. As indicated by the reviewer, the NSMA is an incisive analytical publication by the Pearl Awards, a compilation of contemporary issues in the Nigerian capital market, the Nigeria economy, and the global economy.
With the need to engender knowledge about capital operations, this is an opportunity to launch with as many copies as possible for yourself, distribution across schools, government institutions, offices, libraries, branches, and departments in our organizations, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we now move to the launching of the 2023 edition of the Nigerian Stock Market Annual. I hereby humbly request that we please support the Pearl Awards by launching the publication with generous, emphasis on generous amounts and surpassing the impressive levels of past years.
It is my pleasure to invite a distinguished gentleman, an astute businessman, a national icon and treasure who has put so much into the industry, into his works to birth one of the largest industrial conglomerates in West Africa. He's the recipient of the Grand Commander of the Order of the Niger. Please, ladies and gentlemen, welcome an epitome of dynamism, intellectualism, social and cultural essentialism, a synthesis of Zikism, Awoism, Amadoism, a man who has confounded his critics and made his allies proud. Ladies and gentlemen, my look-alike, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, represented by a man that I'm beginning to think we're related. Please welcome Engineer Hamid Mansell. A round of applause for him, please.
A round of applause. Keep clapping as he comes forward.
He will be unveiling first, and after he unveils, he will now do. You know now.
Of course.
And, okay, don't mind Boasino. Even if it's old notes, I will take you to the bank. They must collect it.
You still have a good time period till January.
I will, even after January, I go to bank and say they won't change my money. They will know me that day. And so, ladies and gentlemen, yes, we'll be doing the unveiling. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we present to you, if you're ready, are you ready? Are the fireworks people ready? The man on the drums, are you ready? We have to make this look like the Grammy, otherwise, all your balances that are with me will not be paid. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 2023 NSMA. I thought you would clap. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure, on behalf of Alhaji Aliko Dangote, the president of the Dangote Group, to present this year's 2022 Nigerian Stock Exchange Market Annual. As has been said by the MC, this is indeed, and indeed by the reviewer, this is indeed a document that we all must have in our libraries and indeed make available to our friends, especially among the investing public. So it's my pleasure to present the book on behalf of Alhaji Aliko. Thank you very much.
Sir, you know they say after the reggae play the blues, you have unveiled the book. You are now to do something. You sign it and give to us. I know you will do it to Mr. Orekoya. Can I have a round of applause for Alhaji Aliko and his representative?
I will have a little discussion with Mr. Orekoya.
God bless you.
Sign the book.
God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. A round of applause as he takes his seat, please.
That song almost became our national anthem. After the reggae played the blues, it's songs that don't make sense that end up blowing in this country. Ladies and gentlemen, we've heard from Engineer Ahmed Mansour. Please, let's give him a round of applause for setting this all off. Coming next, ladies and gentlemen, is technical advisor to Dr. ABC Ojiako, Officer of the Federal Republic, Engineer Jerry Dawson Opaseki. A round of applause for him, please. And please, anything you want to tell Mr. Orekoya going forward, tell me. I'll relate to him through the microphone. Thank you, sir.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure and an honor to actually be here in front of great men and great industry leaders. We are right behind you learning. And on behalf of Dr. ABC Ojiako, I would like to also join Alhaji Mansour and Alhaji Aliko Dangote in commissioning the NSMA. Thank you very much.
One more thing.
It has been done.
Oh, thank you very much. God bless you.
Boy Scouts, we're always prepared.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know, back in the days when President Obasanjo was president, a particular man was called from the east. And when they called him, it was the presidential spokesperson that called him and said, sir, now, how now? He said, I'm calling from the villa. Villa. He said, okay, sir, the president has decided to honor you. He said, nah, that is great, though. So the man went to the villa. They danced all the way from Abia with traditional drummers. They walked for 7 days and 7 nights. He got to the gate and told the dancers, Shere Kambia, that is wait, I'm coming. He got inside the villa. Then the presidential spokesman started, sir, you're a national icon. He said, hurry up. He said, sir, you are a treasure to this because he said, nah, please, people are waiting outside. He said, because of all you have done and what you stand for, the president hereby gives you M-O-N. The man looked left, he looked right. He said M-O-N. Where is the E-Y? What is M-O-N without E-Y? So please, in case you don't know, what we are doing here now is the
M-O-N-E-Y.
God bless you, my sister. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, is the Managing Director, CEO of Africa's biggest